Hi, it's Russ from Pro Tools Expert, and recently we ran a story telling you that Melda had created a free pack of 23 plugins, one of them being a auto tuner, which is amazing. So if you're a Pro Tools user or you're a user of VST or Logic or anything like that, so any AU, VST or AX plugin format, then you can use this. And I just wanted to give you a show and tell because it's actually got some really cool features that aren't even on auto tunes that you buy, which is surprising. So this is by no means kind of a light version of an auto tune. In fact, in some ways it's got far more features than, as I say, stuff you pay for. So what I wanted to do is show and tell, and then you can head over, use the link on this video, and head over and download the stuff for yourself then, which I say 23 plugins for free, and they've got some really great stuff on their site anyway that's paid for. You can actually upgrade this and pay for it as well to support the brand. So I think any brand that makes this kind of commitment by making free stuff is really well worth supporting. So I've got a track here. I've got a female vocal. You've heard me use this track before, and I want to show you it. So on the left-hand side, we've got the tuning, and we've got depth, how much it's going to tune by, up to 100% and down. So that's the depth of the tuning. Then the speed of the tuning. Obviously, if you want it to be nice and subtle, you'd have these further down and be nice and light. I will say that I'm not one of these people that just puts auto-tune across a track and leaves it on. I tend to do it forensically, bit by bit across the track. So, but some of you might want to just put it across the track just to get the whole thing in tune and keep it in tune. They're the odd occasion. The best thing is to get it right in the first place. But if you're presented with a track where the tuning's slightly out, then you can do this. So we have a depth, and then we have a speed. And obviously, if you push that speed up hard to the top, then you can get the kind of T-pain effect, and I'll show you that in a while. And obviously, that will be more suited to different kinds of material depending on the material you're working in. Then we have a detune, so you can actually then retune the tuned version. So we can start, so it tunes it dead on to the note, or we can actually then push it in. So for the whole track, if you want to tune it, auto-tune it, and then get it in tune with the track as well. So the tuning on the track might be slightly different to actually perfect pitch. So that's it. Then we have a dry and wet option here. So we can have virtually dry or fully wet. Then we have a width, which means that you can create some really cool stereo effects, and I'll show you that in a while. Then we have a keep format. So what you can do as well is you can actually change the sound of the pitch behind the pitched vocals. You can make it chipmunk style or make it very low, but you can keep the format so it sounds quite natural. You can do some really cool effects. So you can actually shadow a main vocal and behind it put a format shifted vocal higher or lower and kind of create some really quite quirky effects. Then at the bottom you've got a scale. Put it in chromatic, it does the hard work for you. But if you want to go for kind of T-pain type effects, as we said earlier, then you're going to choose major, minor or pentatonic scales. Then you choose the scaling here. Now also built into it as well is a metering. It shows you in and out, and then stereo width. So if you start doing some stereo effects, and I'm going to show you those in a while, then you can see how much that's been affected. Around between 33 to 66% is about going to give you quite wide stereo, and then the further up you get, it's going to get quite out of phase. And if you then hit the mono button, you might find that the whole thing disappears. You can either use it in that mode, or we can use it so we've got a kind of tracking scrolling over time. So there's two ways of doing that, like the regular version and then the over time version. Then you have an automatic gain control, which can basically, this is on all of the plugins, and so it can, if you're doing A/B comparison, then this is a great thing because sometimes when you do an A/B comparison on a plugin, by changing, let's say, EQ or compression, you've actually changed the volume. And when you do an A/B, sometimes the volume change can be the thing that catches you out. So that using this, you can use the AG automatic gain control. Then there's a limiter to stop you clipping on the way out as well. And then there's presets and stuff too. So as I say, you've heard me use this track before, so let me play you a bit of it. Let me play this vocal.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
Now you can hear it at the moment. Let me just solo that for it. Let's just take the guitars out for a second and just solo that.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
And as you can see, it's really pushing it out. So if we took this down further and made it more subtle, so about there.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
And see the tuning's going on
your
here.
Ginger hair and the way you like to dress.
Slow that down more.
Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me.
Push the depth of again.
Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie.
So as I say, if we wanted to, if put it in chromatic,
Since I've come on home,
it's more natural.
well, my body's been a mess.
Went into major instead, like B major, and push that up hard and that up hard. We're then going to start getting the T-pain effect.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess. And I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress.
You can hear that getting that kind of poppy sound. Now the cool thing as well, then, as I say, we can either mix dry and wet. So we can. There's the original.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess. And I miss your ginger hair.
Get that nice
and the way
double tracked
you
sound.
Like to dress.
Now where it gets nice as well is we pull this speed down a bit more again and go back to chromatic.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
Start pushing the width out. Listen to what happens.
I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over?
Straight away double tracked.
Stop making.
It's better if you push this into full wet then, because then what you've got going on is you've got the original and the tuned mixing together, and it can sound a bit odd. But if you put it into 100% wet.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
Here's the original.
And I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress.
Push that out.
Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me.
And again, you want to get these then so it's a bit more subtle.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
The original.
And I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress.
Push it right out.
Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me.
And as I said, if we use the format shifter, you can hear what happens, like chipmunk it.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
Or down.
And I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress.
But if you then mix that in with the original.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
You can thicken up a vocal.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess. And I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
Push it out again.
And I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Since I've come on home, well, my body.
You can thicken up a vocal and stuff like that, or you can go the opposite way and push it up instead.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
Add some kind of odd tonalities in there, this is what it would actually sound like.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
But you take it out and just feed it in a bit.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess. And I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress.
Keep that really quite low.
Won't you come on over?
But as I say, if you just whack it right back down there and put that right back up to 100% and keep the width.
Since I've come on home,
some nice stereo effect.
My body's been a mess. And I miss your ginger hair.
As I say, you can also, as I say, if you wanted to, go for full-blown T-pain effect like that.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
Put that into major.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
If we put that to the centre as well.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess.
So, as I say, this is free. And for those of you who are trying to mix on a budget, it's brilliant. As I say, it's got some great. It sounds good, and it's got some features you don't even find on stuff that's $200-300. So I would go and download it and add it to your arsenal. You might use it in different things, not just on voice. You can use it on other solo instruments as well, and then put it into a track. And if we say put these guitars back in here for a second.
Since I've come on home, well, my body's been
I use it for stereo a lot.
And I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
So there we go. MAutoPitch from Melda. Free of charge. Go and download it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.